Greetings, this is J.R. Dickey. Thanks for tuning in to our podcast. And by the way, don't forget our website, graceandtruth.net. I hope you're having a great day, but if not, hang with me. It's about to get better. Okay, today's devotion I'm calling Faith and Duty. And the apostles said to the Lord, this is out of Luke 17:5, increase our faith. Well, more faith sounds good, right? But in this, we have to look at context and mindset. Jesus had just spoken some, I'll call them difficult words, on forgiveness. Luke 17:3 and 4. Take heed to yourselves. If your brother sins against you, rebuke him. And if he repents, forgive him. And if he sins against you 7 times in a day, and 7 times in a day returns to you, saying, I repent, you shall forgive him. So perhaps these guys were shaking their heads and thinking, wow, forgiving that much? We're going to need some help. Well, whatever the case, Jesus responded with a 2-part lesson that we all need very much to take to heart. The next verse in Luke 17 says, So the Lord said, if you have faith as a mustard seed, you can say to this mulberry tree, be pulled up by the roots and be planted in the sea, and it would obey you. He first addressed the size issue of their request. That is, size isn't really the issue. More or increase isn't really the issue either. Even the smallest of seeds can produce amazing results, and you cannot judge spiritual power based upon the outward appearance. Well, that's part 1. Then part 2, Luke 17:7 through 10. And which of you, having a servant plowing or tending sheep, will say to him when he has come in from the field, come at once and sit down to eat? But will he not rather say to him, prepare something for my supper, and gird yourself and serve me till I have eaten and drunk, and afterward you will eat and drink? Does he thank that servant because he did the things that were commanded him? I think not. So likewise, when you have done all those things which are commanded, say, we are unprofitable servants. We have done what was our duty to do. You see, the context of the lesson was or is our duty to forgive. But the lesson goes beyond that and puts a spotlight on the condition of the heart of the forgiver or servant of the Lord. These servants were told to plow, to tend, and then to serve supper. And in like manner, we are commanded to forgive. Then Peter came to him and said, Lord, how often shall my brother sin against me and I forgive him? Up to 7 times? Jesus said to him, I do not say to you up to 7 times, but up to 70 times 7. That's from Matthew 18. And sometimes it may seem like a monumental deal to forgive. You may even feel like God owes you a pat on the back or at least a thank you for it. But Jesus makes it clear that the attitude that the Father desires from us is simply that when we've done all that he commands, we know that we are unprofitable. That is, unmeritorious servants. I like this comment from Dave Guzik. He says, this attitude understands that our Master has done more and greater things for us than we could ever do for him. What he did for us was out of pure love. What we do for him is out of proper gratitude and duty. So is this about faith? Well, you bet. The biggest faith-fueled miracle is the honest change, the sincere and real transformation of the human heart, submitting entirely to the Lord and realizing the greatness of His love and forgiveness for us. Now, may the Lord grant you peace in the midst of any storm and faith to trust Him. Look for our next podcast, and may you realize more of His grace today.